Hey, it's Roger Seip. Welcome back to the Freedom Personal Development channel. This time around, I want to talk with you about something that's near and dear to my heart, but I want to talk to you about you first. If you're paying attention to this video, which clearly you are probably a very busy person. You're probably an extremely achievement-oriented person, and you want to make money and make an impact and raise a good family and do all this stuff, and probably you've become a very hard worker in the process. You may have even gotten to a point where you feel like you can't really work any harder than you already are. So how are you going to get where you want to go? What I want to talk with you about this time around is the whole idea of slowing down to speed up. And we talk about this a lot in it's the whole introduction to our book, Master Your Mind. It's all about this counterintuitive thing about how if you want to get results faster, one of the key things you need to learn how to do is slow down at strategic times. Now, in the intro to Master Your Mind, we talk about how this applies. I learned this in my running journey, how running slower in training actually made me faster in races, which seems weird, but worked. I'm also reminded of a story that something I observed on a playground. Oh my gosh, this was when my kids were little. My kids were like 3 or 4 years old, and we were at this playground in California on the side of a lake. It was beautiful. There was a bunch of other people around, and one of the father-son combinations that was in this awesome playground with us. The dad clearly was an athlete. Clearly was an Ironman triathlete, to be specific. He had all the gear on, and he looked great. He was all tan, and he was all red. And he was clearly a strong athlete. He was there with his 4-year-old son, who was running around underneath the jungle gym and underneath the bars and underneath the swing and all that. And he was chasing his kid around. Okay, and this kid had inherited his father's genes, apparently, because this kid was fast, and he was a little kid. So he made him much faster in this agility requiring setting than his dad, made him much faster in that sense than his dad could ever really be. So his dad, as he was chasing his son around, decided somewhere in his brain that his solution to catching his son and having a good time was to continue to speed up his own rate of running. Well, what happened is, oh man, I'll never forget this. Dude, I watched the whole thing happen. Kid comes boogieing around a corner. Dad comes following around the corner, not really realizing that there's a 2x6 board right at this level. And he comes around the corner as fast as he possibly can. He's been going faster and faster and faster for the last 5 minutes, zips around this corner and just boom, face first into a 2x6 piece of lumber. And I'm not kidding. He was moving so fast at the time that it looked like a cartoon. Like, he hit the thing, feet went up, he went full horizontal, boom, fell down, knocked himself out. Literally knocked himself out and cut his forehead wide open, and he laid there bleeding for a couple seconds, and then he got back up. Everybody was fine. Everybody freaked out because they thought he had killed himself. But here's the thing. He ultimately ended up being fine. And I was shocked. And then as I reflected upon it, I realized that his solution just was not going to work in that setting. I kind of took a step back and realized that what he would have needed to do, if he wanted to actually catch his son, it would have been a much easier way to do it. Because what his son was doing is going down a slide and then running as fast as he possibly could around to get up to the top of the slide and then go back down the slide. That's all he was doing. He just do faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. He's chasing his son, chasing his son, chasing his son. If what he would have done is just stopped for a moment and gone, okay, where is my kid going? Oh, he's going to be at the end of the slide in just a couple seconds. How about if I just stop here and catch him? Things would have worked out a whole lot better for this dude. And you know what? I find that we, as business people, as professionals, as achievement-oriented human beings, sometimes we fall into the same trap where we think that the solution to everything is just run faster, run harder, do more, get faster. And we often run ourselves into a big 2x6 and cut our forehead wide open and knock ourselves out. You understand what I'm saying? So I would really encourage you to stop doing it that way all the time. Take a moment to reflect. You're doing it right now by spending some time with me. I encourage you to continue to do that on this channel. Learn how to slow down, or sometimes even just stop. You're going to start getting results much more quickly. I'll tell you, we'll be talking about this again in a bunch of our upcoming videos. But if you would like to get a little bit more help with this, we've got a great resource available for you for free. All you got to do is click the link. It's called the Fast Guide to Focus. It'll give you some great strategies for implementing a lot of what we're talking about here. Click the link in the description below, or you can visit freedompersonaldevelopment.com/10extra hours. Check it out, stay in communication with us, and we'll see you in the next video.